goodness.
You got a good picture?
Pretty sure I ordered the side salad.
Yeah.
Hey, Chew Crew, I'm at it again. This time ready to devour some delicious barbecue at Tony's Butt Shack in Hollowayville, Illinois. I am about to face up against mountains of meat and delicious cheesy carbs. So let's head on in and see what I can do. 3, 2, 1. Whew, let's go. From that very first bite, I knew I was about to have a really good time. Hey, Chew Crew, I was in Hollowayville, Illinois, taking on Tony's Butt Shack's Butt Buster Barbecue Challenge. This half-sheet tray of phenomenal goodness consisted of a pound of their jalapeno mac and cheese, a pound of their pulled pork, pretty much a full rack of deliciously slathered ribs, a pound of brisket, a 1 pound smoked meatloaf and Gouda sandwich, and finished off with a pound of their deep fried potato salad. I had 45 minutes to devour all of that. If I can do so, the meal's for free, I get an awesome t-shirt, and I go up on their extremely exclusive Wall of Fame. Should I fail, I'm out $60 for the meal. With the challenge being about 7 pounds, I gave it a lot of consideration on how to tackle each element. Knowing that the meat sweats were eventually going to kick in, I wanted to tackle the meats first. Specifically the ribs, I knew that was going to be the most chewing, followed by the brisket, and then the pulled pork, and then looking at that meatloaf sandwich. So I wanted to go in that order. The other play that I wanted to make was ensuring that, eating a pound of food at a time, you're going to start getting bored. You might get some flavor fatigue. So the two things I did was ordering the mac and cheese with jalapenos. They can have regular mac or they have a jalapeno mac. And I wanted to add a little bit of a flavor contrast, a little bit of heat from the jalapeno. The second aspect was mixing the mac and cheese with the brisket and the pulled pork. I do love me a good brisket mac and cheese or a pulled pork mac and cheese. The creaminess of the mac and cheese helped the brisket and the pulled pork go down, although that brisket was so darn tender that you could really just eat it by itself. That being said, they have 6 signature sauces, which I tried all of them. Excellent. The Carolina mustard and the sweet and tangy were my favorites.
Oh, yeah.
You are a magician with the pet. This is so good. About 12 minutes in.
You're killing it.
This is so good. The brisket was ridiculously tender. The ribs, I didn't even need to touch the sauces. It was perfectly cooked, fall off the bone.
Beautiful.
Amazing. So this is the fun part, and then I'll probably hit meat sweats in about 5-10 minutes, but I'm enjoying every second.
That's what I want to hear. Enjoy it first.
Thank you.
Enjoy first, win later. I like it. Remember, the first one, not professional. Nobody else has made it out of probably about 16 to 18 people.
Really?
This is impressive.
I'll give it a go. As Tony mentioned, I'd be the first civilian, you could say, to complete this challenge. The only other 3 people that have completed this challenge are Randy Santel, Katina Eats Kilos, and Joel Hansen. I consider them all food challenge gods. So this was a real motivator for me when I learned about this challenge, really wanting to push myself. I'd only eaten about 7 pounds of food one time during a challenge, so this was really going to test my capacity. Circling back to the meatloaf sandwich that I'd already polished off at this point, I was really concerned with it being smoked, how dry it was going to be. Exactly the opposite. Amazingly tender. The Gouda cheese that was with it paired perfectly, so creamy. The Texas toast was nice and buttery and garlicky. Frankly, a Midwesterner's dream. And finally, I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about the deep fried potato salad. I'd never heard or seen of it before this challenge. It reminded me very similar of traditional potato salad you see with barbecue, but the potatoes were fried. Nice crispy texture, but still had the creaminess of the mayo, a little bit of garlic, onion. Absolutely delightful. Would I be able to, maybe the death of me, but may I put in an order for Texas sheet cake?
Of course.
Thank you. Just one. Thank you. I was feeling a little greedy at this point. I hadn't hit the wall yet, and those meat sweats hadn't kicked in, and I'd heard nothing but awesome things about their Texas sheet cake. So I figured even if I wasn't going to eat much of it, I at least had to order it and try a bite. But first, I needed to down these final few bites of absolutely awesome barbecue.
Look at that.
I'm so excited.
I'm so excited somebody's finally doing it that's not a professional.
Look at who made it out to the dining.
There it is.
Cheers. Time. Nice.
24:33 I got.
24:33?
Yep, I was counting down.
That's fine.
So
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
I'm going to go start another one. All right.
Woo!
Yeah,
Tony, you
no.
want to say anything before I hang up?
That is our first non-professional butt buster challenge completion, and at the time was insane. 24 minutes left, right?
Yep.
Or in? Yeah,
24
either-
left.
24 left. That is insane. I'm going to compare it to the super professional times because Joel hit 12. That was crazy. Which I know you beat Randy.
Oh, yeah.
Because Randy was
I'm
40
excited.
something. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Tina as well.
Oh.
27.
I'm telling you, you're right there. Your name's going on the board. Your name is. You get free T-shirts coming.
That's what I came for.
Way to go! Right there.
Great done. For the 37th win of my food challenge career, I was awarded an amazing t-shirt. Absolutely love it. The meal was on the house, and I joined the coveted Wall of Fame. Definitely one of the highlights of my career, joining the food challenge gods on Mount Olympus. The meat sweats did hit me later, though, and boy, did they hit hard. 7 pounds of food, just under 21 minutes. I busted some butts, and my gut is busting. That was some of the best barbecue I have ever had, period. The staff was awesome. Everyone in the restaurant was cheering me on. I had a phenomenal time. It was the piece de resistance of my food challenge marathon I've been having over this spring break week. So again, big thanks to Tony, Heather, Bree, everyone here at the Butt Shack. It was an absolutely amazing experience. Hollowayville, Illinois may not be a destination for most, but anyone that is coming or going anywhere near the area, please stop in. You will not be disappointed. I'm a glutton, and I ended up getting some of their sheet cake too for dessert. I did share some with the family. I'm not an absolute animal, but what I did have, it was also delicious, made in-house. So everything here that I had and the family had was phenomenal. Please stop in. I am gonna go take a nap. Until next time, stay hungry.